Hello guys, as you can see this episode will be part of the Fashion Week from which I've been part of this time. This is my first big show that I've done. I also done a couple of shows but with a designer, and it was something small and very different. Of course, pretty difficult in that one though. But this one is another scale, so yeah. I do, as you can saw from the clip, a part of the show that I've tried to make and how it was done over there backstage, and I did not have the time to record some of the runaway because yeah, it was the light was very low, so I could not do it, and I had just one camera with me that can handle that light, and I did wanted to go with the GoPro, but I said no, it will be way too noisy and it won't be very good. But you know that idea of the catwalk, so there's no point for that. You don't what you don't know, and I did try to find what's going on the backstage of the show, how it's done and so on, and that one I did not do it. So I will tell my experience from that. Of course, here it was. I don't say it's small, but I was the only photographer on the backstage for good couple of hours. So yeah, it was very easy for me to not be crowded, or it wasn't also that crowded that you bump into each other. You have a pretty good space, so the space was pretty big on how many people it was. So yeah, it was pretty darn good for my experience, as I can say. On the makeup thing, it was kind of crowded because it was only one area, and yeah, you could not move a lot, but it was very good. I did not do anything, I guess, wrong. I didn't have the space to capture everything. Of course, I did stay a lot with the 70 or 200. But yeah, this clip, it might be two clips because it will be very long, I guess. I don't know yet for now, but yeah, I will present you the pictures that I've selected, some of them, and talk about this. I don't think it's necessary to talk over the video that you just saw. It's kind of self-explanatory, I guess so. But yeah, let's get going into it for now. Um, Here is the first picture that I took. Here was, I don't know exactly what it was, but they talk to each other about the show and preparation for it. This was the pre-selection that it was done. Did come. One designer did came. I think it was the first designer on the first day, and the first day I did like it a lot because I did like the outfits that was presented, and I was only the backstage on the first day, and the second day I did choose to be on the runway, so I have some versatile. But yeah, here is the designer for the guys, which was very interesting how it did choose the presentation. Yeah, here is the backstage area, and of course they did go for the presentation on the, what do you mean, for the designer to pick them. Here is the guys designer, and here this girls will choose for this designer. I don't think, well, I have no idea where it is. Here I did try to do a panorama for the event to see everything on the stage, how it was. This one was a stadium area. Yeah, come on, load faster, Lightroom. Okay, so finally the Lightroom did load, and yeah, here as you can see, this is the panorama. I try to show everything. I should have done another one after it was everything done here, and here it was the stage where the videographers and the photographers did stayed, and I think one did stay from this spot. Yeah, here the stitch did not do very good, but yeah, I let it that way. Here is the stand from the ice cream, Betty Ice, which was the big sponsor for this show. Yeah, here was the designer, this, and this was the girl chosen. Yeah, I think it did show very good for them, the size of it and how it is manageable. I thought this is the area for the makeup. Here is the start of it, which they choose where they prep the, how do you call it, man? Yeah, you know what, I cannot know every word. Here was the motherhood. I think here is the study. I think she did study. Here are the guys from the sound area. I have no idea. I think it's the sound and lights, maybe. I'm not sure, but they were up, very up. So let's move on. There's a couple important persons that they did run the show, these two of them, and I have more upcoming. Here is a designer, which was very nice. I end up having a contact to him. Here is the entrance area, which it was prepared. Here is the, from here, here was the sound guys. From here I did took the pictures, that I did the panorama. Here it started to come alive. More prep, I don't know, for the show, what's good, what's not. Yeah. Here is the hair and makeup. I did like this lens contacts of this girl. And the focus, I did it on here. As you can see, the light from the makeup, it was kind of good. I have it on ISO 120/50, but I did crank up the ISO very high sometimes. I mean, here it's very high, as you can see, 10,000, but it did end up very good and sharp. As you can see, it's at 2.8, it's pretty darn good. I did not care about ISO, man. You should not care. If the picture is, it goes out good, then it's good. Don't be afraid to use high ISO in sometimes. Yeah. Here the focus, I did not catch it very good. It's a little front up, but most of the time I did very good with the focus. I think so. Here it's a little blurry, and it's 160 the hand. Yeah, I should have increased a little. What the shutter speed. What I don't like is this one, but it was so fast. Yeah, I don't have time to remove. I did like this makeup artist that it had some tools in the pocket. Yeah, here some fun moments. Here they did prep up some lights because it was November and the light did go very fast, so it still have some lights on the makeup, but this was the only lights, man. After the show started, you see I had almost no lights. If you have no flash, you are screwed. You cannot do almost anything. But you will see. Man, I did end up doing lots of the shots to get this one. Let's see, I have here from here to here, let's see, 13 shots, man. I almost every time did miss the spray. Sometimes the position was not good, the spray did not catch it. Here I did catch the spray, but I did not like the shot, and so on. Here is kind of good. I did pick this photo, but I do like this one very good. Yeah, this one I like it. It's kind of blue a little, but I don't care. Yeah, this is the entrance area where the guests are coming. And here, this girl, I do not know what she done. I think a little touch up for the makeup. I did have one picture that she looked into the camera lens, but it's here. It's not in focus and also a little blurry, so I did not choose it. But yeah, this one was. I think this one was way more better if I did end up nailing that shot. Where was it? Yeah, and so on. More shots of this. Again, some pre-selections. Then, of course, the colors change. Here I should have warmed it up a little. Here was the designer. The video guys. Here I end up choosing to use the flash, and the colors are kind of little weird. Well, as you can see, 8000 ISO. The ambient was very blue, and the light from the flash was very warm. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I do wanted to make something else, but from what I saw, that there is no light on the backstage. I could not do it without the flash and the assist beam, because yeah, the focus could not, the camera could not pick the focus. So I will end up most of the time with autofocus shots, or I could not focus, so I will miss the shot. So yeah, I end up like this. But the next day I did try to do some of the shots that I had sometimes for what I wanted to make. You will see them. Here this photographer end up doing some of the shots, as you can see from this panel. So it did show how it was with the light setup and if it was good. Again, where this is finished, here's the designer. I should have used the flash here. As you can see, the colors are not that very good, but yeah, I don't think I had it on me that time. And here it starts to, yeah, from here it starts to make the repetition, to see the choreography and so on. Here this girl is more experienced, so it shows how it's done. Yeah, some fun. Man, I do like this dress a lot. And here from up, as you can see, no lights at all. Everything concentrated on the stage. Here is as we told you that the stage for videographers and photographers was here. Some of them did end up go on the right and left, but yeah, on the first day it was like two of them, yeah, it was, no, 3 or 4. One of them I saw that it did concentrate mostly on the emotion and so on, and I think he got some pretty good shots. Me, I did not have that much time to concentrate on that, so yeah, kinda there and there. And also I did some couple of video shots, b-roll, that I have time, and yeah, here more repetitions, backstage, some fixing the dress, I think. More repetition on the backstage. Man, it's so fun. I did like this designer. I did like a lot the outfits that it had, and the shoes. Man, the shoes, wow, was awesome. So here is the backstage where the dresses are for the designer. As you can see, almost no light. Here is the light for the makeup, and kinda this was the shot, the lighting on the backstage. For now it was pretty good because 64,000 yeah, 1000 ISO. It's, yeah, I did try to do some chair shot. I did find kind of nice somehow. Yeah, here's a model on the entrance area. More dresses. Yeah, this was the girls for that. How you call it? Expect the grace. I don't know the right word for English right now. More repetition, more talks. Here's the designer that I talk. The outfits, man. I do love the shoes and the outfits. It's so nice. Here's the kids that perform at the show, and they also have a dance and some presentation of the outfits, which was nice. The dance, you saw it in the video, and yeah, was pretty good, close to that, but they were not dressed. Here also the outfit from that designer, more hair done in the backstage after the show. Here it wasn't up, it was down because the lights was moved down here. You will see it further. I could do some interesting shots. Here's the, how do you call it? I have no idea. I don't know the word. Some makeup. Here I could get a good shot, I think so, from the lights. And the show starts pretty soon. Preparation, reading. Yeah, the guys that sung, I have no idea what they did sing because I was concentrated on the backstage. I could not hear anything on the front area. So yeah, I have no idea. More models. Here's the outfits. What I could do with the lights from the... So as you can see, where the lights are harsh and very close, yeah, you can lower the settings, but after that, yeah, no. Here's the main stage. I did go a little and capture some shots. I think I have two of them. Here, no light at all, just the light from the phone fixing the dress. Here's the lights. They did end up lowering them because from the area, as you can see, wait, where's that shot? The panorama shot from here. Come on, Lightroom, load up. As you can see from here, it's very transparent, and it did show up the lights up here, so they end up lowering them so that it won't be a distraction. Now where's the shot? From here. The guy that ended up photograph only the emotion did come up with some lights, as you can see one here, and he did one have on the left side, which I think it ended up some pretty good shots. Yeah, here's the outfit. Yeah, here's the lights. As you can see what you can do without a flash. It was nice. Here's a flash though. As you can see here, 8000 ISO, did not care, man. You should not be afraid to use higher ISO if the camera can do it. Yeah, sometimes the colors are a mess, but yeah, I have to do the group shots, which is nice. This is the first designer. Yeah, I think it was the first designer. As you can see, the outfits, some distortion from the lens, but I cannot do it, man. So I had one time that the 24mm was not enough, so I did end up with a pretty weird crop. And yeah, you need sometimes a 12 to 24 lens here. Here's the designer with those outfits. Here's the presenter, which I could capture this shot, which I kinda like it. I do not like it a lot, this light over here, but yeah, what can you do? Here's the outfits from this designer, which yeah, was very nice. You really need to have a flash. Here's the kids from man. This girl does stand up with those lens contacts. Yeah, here's the stage, backstage. Man, what can I say? It was awesome. I want to do it again, and yeah, I could not wait. I wanted to do another show. I did like it a lot. Where's the focus here? I have no idea, but it's good. Here they have a monitor which they look to see when the girl will go and how it's on the stage. The presenters prepare for the next presentation. I do like this outfit a lot. And this one, man, this outfit, I do like it very much. I wanted something like this for a long time, to do a photo shoot of it. And I might do it pretty soon. I just need to wait for the snow, because on the mountains today it's not that much snow. I wanted to do with a lot of snow on the trees, but I do like a lot this outfit. For years I wanted this one, close to this. Here's the designer. I think here is from another designer, but I'm not sure. Also, this dress is very nice, but I do want something gothic, which that one is perfect. As you can see, the light from the phone, fixing makeup. I don't know, I think it had something on the back, and it did fix it with the makeup, or on the, I don't know. I could not see, you barely could see there. It was so dark. Nice outfit, this one also. And this one also. Man, it was so nice. Here's the guys. It did end up, how do you call it? An award. It did end up getting. But after the show, they do end up getting some awards. And here is the final show. It did ended for the first day. They all chanting and so on. Here's the important team. And yeah, that's it for the first day. Of course, I did end up taking 1000 photos and 600, but yeah, I was on the backstage and I did not take it a lot. But the next day, 3000 photos, man. I never took that many photos in my entire life on an event. But yeah, it was also very struggling, because I had to do RAW plus JPEG, because I have to give them the JPEGs one after the show ended. So the buffer on the 5D Mark III, you know that it cannot do very good RAW and JPEG. It had like, how many? 13 shots per buffer, yeah, close to this. And if you don't have a fast CF card, you're kind of screwed. And I had only just and also I could not do on the CF card, because I do not took the how do you call the card reader, and I do have a 32 gigs on the CF card, which you cannot do 1000 photos on that card. So I have a SD card with 128 gigs of memory, and I end up choose that one. And if you know the 5D Mark III, it does not good with SD card, because it's UHS 1. So I could do only 7 shots per only 7 shots, and until that 7 shots are wrote on the card, it does take a while, like I think 1 minute, close to this. So I do needed to be very selective on the shots, And on the runway, man, it's so hard to be very selective. I do end up uh, not missing a lot of shots. I think I did end up missing like one or two, but I did run out of buffer a couple of times. But yeah, you what can I do? I end up sometimes ending just photograph only JPEG, and I thought sometime, man, I will write the JPEG on the SD card and the RAW of the photos on the SCF card. Of course, I did end up filling that card very fast. I end up choosing back to write on the SD card, and I did end up to be very selective on the shots. And with the camera, which it does still holds up after those years, I do end up go with the shutter accelerations way over the recommendation, and it does perform very well, man. It's a good camera, and the autofocus does perform. I do have a grip, two batteries that it did not change at all. I have them one of course from the beginning, and one maybe couple of months or half a year which I have it, and it does perform very well. What can I say? It's one battery, like it records 40 minutes of video if it's a good one. I think it end up the power of them for the video, I could say it's like 120 minutes, close to this, I guess. I did not end up making a test, but from all what I can saw, it did the performance of the battery did end up lowering a little bit, but not that much. I could end up doing like 2000 shots from one battery. It depends. I think the power of them are pretty close to the new one. Of course, on the camera it does shows those 3 bars that it's on the one on the red, I think, but the battery performs very well. So buy the original batteries, not third-party ones. You'll end up with a lifetime battery. I do end up having on my second camera some of the third-party batteries. It did end up using them for a couple of years, but now I could do only 30 minutes of video or 20, and they are gone. And of course 2 hours almost of recharge, and the original one, it does perform like a new one. So yeah, buy the original batteries. They're for a reason a little higher on expense, but they are made up very good to last you very much and not let you down. So yeah, this is the